Mustapha Mond, resident controller for Western Europe.
New trainees. How incredibly interesting. Decanted intellectuals, not entirely programmed. Who knows that one day one of you may become one of the 10 world controllers? You, or perhaps you. You, or perhaps you. Who knows? You all remember, I suppose, that beautiful, inspired saying of our Fords: history is bunk. History is bunk. That is why you are taught no history. But perhaps now the time has come.
Oh, dear Ford.
You don't suppose it's true when they say that she has Bibles, poetry.
Shh. Don't worry, Director. I'm not corrupt then.
Oh, no. No one would ever suggest.
It is 4 o'clock. Mayday ship off duty. Second day ship take over. It is 4 o'clock. Mayday ship off duty. Second day ship take over.
Well, you all remain. The rest of you may go. Now, has anyone ever heard of the word parent? Come, parent.
Human beings, well, they used to be viviparous.
Quite right.
And when the babies were decanted, then born, then they were the parent, not the babies, the other ones.
Basically, in fact, the parents were the mother and the father. The mother and the father.
Please, ma'am, your language.
These are unpleasant facts, I know. But then, Newt's historical facts are unpleasant. That is why the state keeps them from the lower orders. But you are alphas and betas, and if to show you the privilege of living in our glorious world state, I'm obliged to use a little smut. I will use it.
Please, ma'am.
Imagine viviparous families living together. Small, squalid rooms. No air, no space. Just disease and suffocating intimacies. Dangerous, insane personal relationships.
Polly, you have to be more objective. It was a long time ago.
Our Ford, or Ford, as he called himself when he spoke of psychological matters, for some reason, was the first to reveal the appalling dangers of family life. The warm feeling of love directed to a single object eternally. My wife, my husband. No wonder these paltry moderns were bad and miserable. Beset by temptations they were not conditioned to resist. Loneliness, despair, and worst of all, uncertainty. Thank God for a world where no efforts have been spared to preserve you from having emotions at all. Thank God for a world where everyone belongs to everyone else.
Ford's in his liver. All's well, Ford.
Now, have any one of you ever had to overcome an insurmountable obstacle? Has anyone had to experience a long time between a desire and its fulfillment?
Well, speak up! Don't keep the controller waiting.
Well, I once had to wait 4 weeks for a girl. It was very antisocial on her part.
I was not being antisocial. I happened to be very busy at the time.
That's what you said. But what you really meant was you didn't like me.
How dare you accuse me of being selective?
Excuse me! Control yourself in front of the controller.
That will do. And due to this unfulfilled desire, you felt a strong emotion.
Yes. It was awful.
Precisely. And yet, when the first reformers came along to deliver our ancestors from these dreadful emotions, they would have nothing to do with them. Sleep teaching was prohibited. The caste system constantly proposed